Okay, somebody a while ago asked me, "Hey Lola, how do I clean my tanks?" Well, I got a Python. I connect it here. Then I bring it over here, where there's the Dumbo Platinum guppies, waiting for them to breed. Also, there is my discus tank planted as well. And I just place it here, and since the tank is planted, let me turn on the light here. Since the tank is planted, I do not go all the way to the bottom. Obviously, you don't want to do that. Because then you'll uproot your plants. So you just like me will do it. I'll show you in a minute. Return over here, and I just evacuate the water. I also have my trusty thermometer. Whatever, I don't care if people don't like it, but this thing is great and it's accurate. And I check the temperature of the water to make sure that when I refill the tank, I come back as close as possible with the right temperature that will match what's in the tank. And right here we're looking, and we're about 82 degrees for this. So I'll start first here. I'll move on to this one with the guppies, and I'll move along to these guys over here. So while this is going on, see the water level dropping already, I'll proceed to go around and get fairly close. It's okay, it's a little bit of a pain because I got this snails that gave birth to my golden snails, and I got a whole bunch of them, which I'm giving out when I can. But it's pretty simple. You do not, you see, you just get your dirt out. You do not go and you get in there and shake around your gravel, whatever. Just clean skimming the top. And then we'll move on to the next tank, as I said. In other words, whatever breaks down into that gravel, and I usually like to let it be natural, and dwarf lilies, and javas, and plants, well, those roots will take care of most of that for you. You make it a functional ecosystem as you can. I also get to have company from the wonderful Lola. Lola, what are you doing? Huh? Good girl. As you can see, the water's about 3/4 out, and that's really all I do. It's like a 25-30% water change. I'm done. I'm gonna fill that back up. I'm gonna match that temperature. So now I return over here, and now I have to dial that water to that temperature to make sure that I don't shock my fish or anything like that. Once I come here, I will pinch the hose, and I will dial in the temperature. So, here's the water now. That's not what I want. I want 82 degrees, I said, correct? So I said I want 82. That's about right. Now I proceed and refill the fish tank. I closed this out, and now it's just expelling water back into the tank. Now that the water is going back into the tank, I'll come here and I'll get my trusty Tresco to release chlorine from the water away. Check out my 407. It's working right. Shake it up. So for this, I will add about half, almost full. Okay, that'll work anyway, because I am replenishing about 30% of the tank, so it's not harmful. You could do that, it's okay. You can do stress coat or whatever kind of thing that dechlorifies the water. It's a good coat. Then I always add is a little bit of aquarium salt. Almost full. Take my aquarium salt. Happy fish, clean water. That's the way to do it. Now I gotta go and turn it off. Well, I'm not gonna turn it off. I'm gonna turn off the hot and reopen it, because I am drinking. That simple, people. That's it. Take this out. Remove this a little bit, and I dump it in there, and there you see, there it goes. And here I'll change less, because obviously it's not a loaded tank. It's just 2 pairs of platinum Dumbo-eared guppies in here that we're attempting to breed. I will also look at the tank and do the temperature for this tank. So when the water comes back, I want to put this in. Like you see, this is a different tank. This is about 75 degrees for the guppies. Oh yeah, I got the albino cories in here too. They help for the excess food, and they're pretty. It's getting there. So I'm gonna do probably to about right there, and then I will refill it, but make sure that the water that I put back in and replace, it's gonna be 75 degrees. Okay, back to the salt part. Well, remember, salt you could add, but you really don't remove. But every time I do a change, I add a little bit, fill up this cup, water, I put salt, I dissolve it, and each tank gets a portion. Smaller the tank, the less they get. Not an exact science, never had a problem. So, here we go. Alright, it's a bit much. Put some back. This is going to be split amongst all the tanks. I'll add water. And remember, my fish are pretty much acclimated to the water I use already. Remember, spoon, mix it up. By the time I'm done, it'll all be dissolved. And then this tank is ready. So we repeat. Crack the hose. Check the temperature. $80 is too high. $74. Good enough. Okay, so now we are refilling. This is a fresh tank. I think we put it together about 2 weeks ago. And the plants are doing great. The fish are doing great. Which I'm happy because those little Dumbo guys, they're actually expensive. I think I paid $70 for the two with shipping. Yeah, but they came very healthy and I'm very happy. They're a gift from my stepdad. He loves these fish. So this is their castle. And come back. Salt starting to dissolve. Give it another shake. It's a process, like everything, but it is not work if you love what you do, man. Remember that. So while this is filling up, I'll grab the scraper and I'll get rid of that slime that gets on the front of your fish tank. And these are things you gotta do for aesthetics, obviously. The tank is great, it's healthy, and everything is good in there. So, clean it up. And because I got the flue valve, I'd say 4 or 5 months, I cleaned the filter out. I'll do a video on that too if anybody's interested. It's pretty easy. And this is almost ready. So I'm gonna disconnect here so I could go and take care of what I have to. And we'll move on to the other tanks. This is full. We're moving on to the other tanks. So I return, cut off the hot water, open the output, go back and get my Python hose. I remove this. Make sure you always got a towel. All right, and now we move on to the next tanks. For the larger guppies and swordfish, I don't bother, but I have a trick I use when I do the baby tanks, because you obviously clean it out, you'll suck out all the babies. And here we go. Again, Planet Tank. Just light up the top. See, very lightly, just over. Get the excess out. You do not dig in, because you have a Planet Tank, so you don't want to dig in. All right, just gonna clean lightly above. All that stuff is good. It's beneficial. Don't go crazy. Here's Queen Lola. Lola, are you a girl? Love you. Reach again. Except I only removed about 5 gallons of water from here, so I'm just gonna add a little bit. It's about half a cup. You drop it in there, and you're done. While I'm doing the tank outside, I return to my salt, and I'll give it another shake. Get it diluted further more. It's the black pearl. Now I'm done inside, so I get my trusty thermometer, and it's these guys' turn, and I'll check the water temperature here as well, because you want to match the water. This is 80 degrees. Once again, we'll come here, we'll check that temperature, and we're matching at 80, room temp. Now all we do is we just closes up, and it will replace the water there. I'm not going to explain the same thing over and over, but yeah, they're all getting done. Every single one. I'll show you a little thing I use when I do the babies in this overfilled tank with fish. And I got an algae bloom there that I can't get rid of. That's why I do it last. I don't want to transfer anything. And that's all for now. I'm going to make next videos just... next videos I'm going to put here are just going to be short clips, okay? That is done. This is done. We repeat. Well, now this one is done. I keep an eye on because it might get a fish in there. Again, there's not tons of fish in here, so I will change just a little bit of that water. That's it for that one. And check the temperature. And it's also 80 room temp. And back in. Filling it up. This is done. Next. Just take it out. And to the next. All done. Happy fishes, clean water. It is time for the nursing tank. Oh, it's my hospital tank. There's a couple of fish that snuck in there. But that one gets a little bit of change. It's got plants in there and stuff. Repeat. Now here's my dirty little secret coming up. I better be quick. And this is done. Repeat. I will lower the water pressure on this one. Let the temperature swell. And it's done. I use a pantyhose. Like that, it won't soak up these little guys. It's pretty much impossible to get this cleaned out without getting them up. They just swim in there. I also will use it for this one. It's that simple. I'll put it in there. I hate duckweed, but it is what it is. And that's it. It's already going down really rather quickly. So, I'm gonna go and lower the water and put it back. Oh man, there's so much more to do here. It's a little shaking up now, but it'll be alright soon and it's not a problem. Now this is done. And you'll see what I mean. They just go crazy. I will remove the top and commence again. I'll raise the water for this one. And you see how hard it would be not to get any fish in there. They usually just swim right up in there. The algae's slowing down, but it's a pain in the butt, to be honest. But I'll get it. I will also check the temperature on this one. This room temperature, everything's about 80. Surprise, surprise, there might also be a small tank I'm gonna do today, maybe, that I got in my room. I'm tired of having to go back and forward. I'm gonna put it out here also with these tanks that we love so much. The man discontinues baby pandas. And the man discontinues mollies. Robert likes the fish. It continues. I already took the one I wanted. Hi! The madness could. We got more madness. Algae eaters, tiger tails, yellow-tailed females, and ghost white guppies. Much better. We got plants. And we're all done. Convicts, the new convicts are acclimating to the water. Algae eaters. Black Molly, beautiful. I would call them ghost. Ghost guppies and tigers and yellows, the females. All done, just remove the fish from the bags. Oh, don't let me forget. I gotta add the salt. All right, it's that simple. So for you, some for you. And I gotta clean the mirrors, shit. And some for you. Some for you. Some for you. And a little tiny bit for you. Time to freedom. Well, I'm gonna have to stop the shit. Can't do this one hand. The males. Tiger tails. Gorgeous. And these guys, I don't know what they call, but I'd say it's a Casper guppy, man. Screw that. I don't know. They're gorgeous. And there you go. All finished.